calibration is important. Calibration is very important. I thought we might do a calibration exercise. Okay? The calibration exercise I have in mind involves, let's say, about 5 people. Okay? Now, what's going to happen is I want you to calibrate to emotional states. Here's what's going to happen. I love these. Okay, there's one person up at the top. There's 3, 4, or 5 people out in front. Okay? Like a big bear paw. Well, not quite like a big bear paw, but close, right? And this person is the subject. This person picks 3 different emotional states to go into and calls them A, B, and C. Now, here's my primary rule for how this goes on in the seminar room. No crappy states. Instead, pick good ones. Pick great ones. And pick mild, calm ones. But everything on the good side. You know, unless I tell people what to do, some of them are picking anger, angst, anxiety, depression. Cut that crap out, folks. Not here. Do it elsewhere if you have to. But I mean, instead, pick something good. Pick something like bliss. That's a good one, right? How about focus? Focus can be good, right? Focus. How about curiosity? Absolutely, sure. What are some other good ones? Trance. I was about to write that one, yeah. Trance. Indifference. Sure. And indifference to you, I'm going to, yeah. Enthusiasm. Yeah, okay. Now, why am I pointing out states as part of a calibration exercise? What's important about states from an NLP perspective? Lydia? Any idea?
What's important about states?
Yeah.
Can you match someone's state?
Sure. How about managing your own?
Very important.
Very important.
You can change your own.
You absolutely can change your own. Hello. Ta-da. So, yes, you can change your own. What about you?
Yeah,
What about me? Absolutely. Yeah, he's like agreeing. Okay. What about being able to get yourself and or other people out of stuck states? Yeah? Good?
Yes, good.
Because that's a lot about what NLP is. Getting yourself and other people out of stuck states into more resourceful states. Okay? I'm sorry, but you know what I just noticed? Bill needs an air ball. You're welcome. Okay, so with that in mind, this happens after lunch at every seminar. You know, I could be blaring the music, but that's the hype. That's not the learning. So, pick good states is the point. All right. Call them A, B, and C, because if you call them 1, 2, and 3, and later on you say pick one, which one are they going to pick? 1. So instead, what I'd like you to do is to call them A, B, and C, pick 3 good ones, unique ones. The subject will create a circle on the floor. In NLP, this is called a circle of excellence. It's a little bonus you folks get. You get an actual NLP tool in here, apart from rapport. A little technique, a little trick that you can use to become connoisseurs of human experience. All right? Learn to mix and manage your own emotional states. Become the bartender of your own good experiences. Okay? And you step into the circle of the first state, and then the second and the third later on, only at the rate and speed transferring your weight in as the emotional state takes you over. And if you're not fully in state, you leave part of your foot outside. Okay? And then when you're really there, okay. And it's not just, see, I'm doing this. It's not just acting as if. It's going in there and sensing it everywhere. Okay? See, that's called leading, right? People can't help but respond. When you go congruently into a state, people will follow you in. That's another NLP presupposition. You go first. Okay? So the subject picks 3 states to go into, A, B, and C. And then they practice going into each one. They say, okay, I'm going into A right now. And you don't tell people which one it was. You go into A. Okay, this is A. So that was A, and I just broke out of A, so I should step out. So that was A, and I want you to calibrate to A. And calibrate means Track everything you see, hear, and feel in response to it. If you focus on the way they twitch their eye, you miss the whole big picture. Do not focus. Go peripheral. Track everything. Stop trying to make the conscious list. Go unconscious. Trust that your unconscious mind will pick up on everything. And just give it a symbolic name. A, that's all. You will track a much wider set of distinctions if you just call it A than if you try to list a particular set of things you saw. Okay? Call it A. So that's the first state. Second state can be something else. This is B. Okay, that's B. I'll step out of that. Okay, and I'll do the same thing for C. Now, as calibrators, your job is to look for the differences between the distinctions. Then after I've given you all three of them to calibrate separately, okay, I'm then going to pick any of them and try and stump you. Okay, so I'm going to go back into any of them. Okay, and the question is, which one did I pick? Yes, yeah, okay. A, I picked A, right? Which wasn't bliss, it was something very different. Okay? So the job of the people in the audience is to pick which one the person tried to stump them with. Now, you're going to find a wide range of responses here. Some people who pick three states, they're going to be so damn similar because people who just aren't responsive sometimes. They aren't, or reflective enough of what's going on. They don't step outside of themselves and express much. Bill is a challenge. Less so now than he used to be. But he picked these three completely different states and was like a mirror image of the same one each time. Because he wasn't used to expressing more of what was going on inside. Okay, he's different now. We see more of what's going on with Bill than we used to, a lot more. And then there are going to be people who, you know, they're going to be really mild and it's going to be difficult to tell. They might go from this to... Okay, it's going to be really tough in those cases, right? Easy as pie in some cases. So, that's the exercise. You go into three states, let people calibrate, and then you choose one and you try, or choose any, and you try and stump them. Okay. Now, why is this useful from a larger perspective in terms of being able to generate rapport? Tell me why.
Reading people?
Reading people? Sure, absolutely. It's part of cold reading them. Anything else? There's more. But maybe I'll just let you figure it out. Okay, everybody ready for this?
Sure.
Good. Okay, so you're going to get together in groups of 4 or 5 with 3 or 4 people in front. Somebody decides to go first because in NLP, right, you go first. Remember, he or she who hesitates waits and waits and waits and waits and waits and waits. So the point is, you go first. Come on. Okay, now pick a group of people, 3 or 4 or 5. Find out who's going to go first. Pick 3 states, decide what they're going to be, but don't tell anybody, and then go through it.